Khushi and you're watching Space Girl. So till now we have discussed the Galilean relativity, but we know that it failed and later on Einstein came up with his special theory of relativity in 1905. And so today we are going to discuss the failures of Galilean relativity. But before going to this, I would recommend you watching the previous video of this series so that you could understand this one even better. The link is in the description box. So, the first reason Galilean relativity couldn't hold came up when it was applied to Maxwell's equations of electricity and magnetism. So what exactly happened was that number 1, Maxwell's equations predicted that the speed of light, which is 300,000 kilometers per second, is invariant. Or you can say that it does not change with change in frame of reference. But we now know Galilean relativity says that speed or velocity is a variant quantity under rest and constant velocity motion frames, which simply means that the velocity of any object must appear different to different people in different frames of reference, which isn't the case with light, which clearly means that whenever or wherever you observe or measure the speed of light, and whatever be the relative speed of your own frame of reference, the speed of light will always come out to be the same, 300 and 1000 kilometers per second. By the way, this value of speed of light is just an approximation for simplicity. The actual value of speed of light, which is never going to change, is this. Number 2. Maxwell's equations also violated the most important principle of relativity, which says that the laws of physics remain the same in all rest and constant velocity frames of reference. So any experiment you perform will not make a difference between any frame of reference. But Maxwell's equations showed that by performing the experiments based on electromagnetism, one can tell whether you are staying in a rest frame of reference or constant velocity frame of reference. So clearly there was a clash between Galilean relativity and laws of electromagnetism. Either of them had to be correct and the other wrong. Now Galilean theory was consistent with Newton's laws of mechanics. So considering Galilean transformations wrong simply meant that you are challenging Newton. In fact, it means that Newton was wrong. Now on the other hand, Maxwell's equations were based on experimental results and were highly successful because they already had many applications working perfectly. So questioning Maxwell wasn't possible. Now during this dilemma, two scientists, Albert Michelson and Edward Morley, came to rescue in 1887. The story goes like this. During those times, physicists were unaware that light was nothing but an electromagnetic wave. The only kind of wave they knew or could think of at that time required a medium to travel. The way sound waves travel in air, water waves require water surface to travel. Similarly, they thought that light also requires a medium, which they called luminiferous ether. They believed that ether is spread throughout the space, and this is actually the medium which helps propagation of light from sun to the earth. This ether was then considered as a frame of reference for which the speed of light was this. Now according to Galileo, the speed of any object changes with change in frame of reference. So if light has velocity 300 and 1000 kilometers per second with respect to luminiferous ether, then Michelson and Morley decided to perform an experiment to find out the speed of light with respect to Earth. Now this is because people of those times thought that empty space was filled with this ether medium and Earth was actually moving around the sun through this medium. Well, the whole experiment was performed and nothing was found. Every time they performed the experiment, they found that the speed of light was 300 and 1000 kilometers per second with respect to Earth. This meant that speed of light does not change with change in frame of reference. It is a constant and remains the same, no matter what the relative velocity of the observer is. So even though this experiment was to prove the existence of ether medium, it turned out that no such medium actually exists. Light travels in vacuum. This experiment was a revolution even after getting a null result, and in 1907, Michelson and Morley won a Nobel Prize for it. Yes, a Nobel Prize for a failed experiment. Because it proved something which was never thought by anybody before. This was a striking result on its own because it proved that Galilean relativity was wrong. Galilean relativity wasn't the right way of measuring relative velocities. Rather, we now require a new concept of relative motion, which also takes into account the constancy of speed of light. Finally, Einstein came up with his special theory of relativity. Alright, in this video we saw how and why Galilean relativity failed and why there was a need for a new theory of relativity. In the next video, finally, we are going to talk about the special theory of relativity and its postulates. I know this is something you guys have been waiting for, but I thought that it's better to start with the history and why we need the theory. So see you in the next video, and until then, keep stargazing.